What's going on, YouTube? It's your good buddy Cosmos here, bringing you some more Joust content, this time not ranked, but we are going to be going over some Gilgamesh gameplay. I've been messing around with him a good bit this past couple days since he got released, and been trying to work out, all the different builds and gameplay styles and what works, what doesn't work kind of thing. Been playing him a bunch. This is just a small sample of the games I've had with him. There are a bunch more that are just not loaded onto the history here. But yeah, I wanted to clip together a bunch of clips I got from stream of a few games, show you guys some example builds. But I went through the entire VOD that I streamed the other day, and there was only one game that didn't have some copyrighted music, at least playing through a good portion of the game. So I do have one game that is good, a good game with a good build, and shows off the strength of the character. It was the first game I actually played of him ever. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It's coming up soon, and then afterward we can discuss some builds and play styles, and I'll go into jungle practice and we can go over what my thoughts on the character are and whatnot. But yeah, you guys enjoy this next game. Hopefully get some good insight into the Gilgamesh of today. This character is sick. Alright, yeah, we got it back. This is my first game playing him, so we're on the initial evaluations at the moment. I think he looks really fun though, from what I've seen. And let's go. I just look at the shifters, the classic. Actually, no, I'll go Wingblade. Let's see a mirror. Blade with wings. Thought he was gonna try and steal that from me. I really did. Yeah, we're learning, we're testing. What is that? Oh, it's my quest. Quest. What do I get? What? What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. Okay, game. Okay, game. I'm not sure what the game wants me to do with that, but okay. I guess I'll have a 10 extra power and 5% attack speed for the cost of nothing. So I'm okay with that. So I guess I'll buy this. If I could sell and buy the full winged, I would totally do that right now. Pretty sure this jump is like sick. Yeah, I got like all my mana back for NAS. How much do I gain from this? Oh, wow, you get a lot of extra stats. Lower the cooldown on the one though. Spawns over on the siege map. Yeesh. Yeah, I'm sure it can spawn like behind their tower, huh? That must suck. Might be able to get a good engage here. They're going hard on him. Oh, they're going hard on him. Yo!
It hurts so good.
2, 1.
I guess I'm not the only one who likes it.
No! Man!
That's a yikes for me, dog.
Man!
You like that?
Man! How you dying with an increased auto attack range to a god with a normal auto attack range, my guy? That just can't be happening. And he had half a mana bar. He had abilities. Yeesh. Man. Tragic. Alright, let's build some power now. I'm gonna go shifters. A valiant effort, true. At least he tried, right? Mid. Goodbye, Alex. He lived a good life. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this until I have more power. Like right now I'm very tanky, but not much damage. Wingblade away. That's why I bought Wingblade, by the way. I'm gonna save my jump just in case this Dashi tries to invade, which she probably will. Yeah. I want to save my jump, because if I jump there, she just gets a free ult on me if she tries to go in there. Don't want that to happen. Being conservative as well with my mana, because I don't really have much mana sustain. Just this benevolence. Alright, I'll be back. Wait, the red's up? There's no way, I just checked it. I thought they did it. Am I trolling? There's no way it's up, right? Oh, he's gotta let me know that he's taking the speed. He's gonna die in like 30 seconds, but he's getting the speed bump before he does it.
Stepping away for a moment.
Win Demon next. Let's go. Dude, I think I might have to queue East, because like the people I get on my team are booty cheeks. Is it worth leveling my ult, is the question. Okay. What? Troll. I really thought the hitbox of that would be like the same as the kick. That's actually kind of troll. Lifesteal? 12s? Let's go. My minions were getting the extra speed too? And they were well going that way, not that way. That's interesting. Look at this. What's up, Blue AJ? Taking his yellow belt to the grave. Hey, he's alive still. This is good. This is good. How's Gilgamesh at? I think he's decent. Not OP, but this is my first game playing him, so I still have opinions to formulate. How you doing, another bot? Alright. This guy's got Stoner Gaia. That's a good item into my character, huh? Okay, I forgot if upgrading my ult is good or not. I didn't look at the numbers. What does it do? It does initial damage? Huh. Let's do it. He's so dead. Dude, this guy's taking all my kills. Oh god. Yeah, awesome for you, isn't it? At least I got a cloak out of that. Am I right? I'll be back. Yeah, you're not reaching that, buddy. Oh, she's getting in there. All right, now I have to sell one of these. I don't want this stuff. I'll get Urchin actually. That sounds fine. I want Ankile. Probably I'll sell the Shuriken for it. Because I do not want crit. I'm taking this. You probably pick up the red, right? Grandmaster Philippe. Nothing more satisfying than drop kicking someone true. Don't think his ult's impactful enough? Oh yeah, there are so many gods that just you can't do anything to. I think this game it's gonna be great though, because Baron can't get away from me, so I just get to whack him the whole time. So, like, I know it's kinda hit or miss whether the ult is good or not. That's a slow, right? It's very small slow. It is a slow, though. Not sure how much I like my build, dude. Pretty sure I'm at the point where I can kind of 1v3 them. Okay. If they chase, we win. Win hard. Like, hard win. Like, if she gets 3'd on right now, we win. Big time. Yo, Wheelix, I'm gonna need you, bro. He only cares when there's someone to kill. I hate this guy. Alright. I guess she gets this tower, huh? What's up, Sheriff? Ow. Ow. Dude, I guess it's good that he's getting all the kills, but he does have freaking whatchamacallit. He has Bloodforge. He would have died if he didn't get that kill.
Stepping away for a moment.
So that kill is okay, you know, you can have that one. Most of the other ones, come on, bro, you gotta share the love a little bit. Pretty neat that you can keep this one up for like ever. Hey, ugly. Get back here. You got slow immunity, so. Oh, you should have saved that too. Oh my god, he does a lot of damage. Guess that's what happens when you get all the kills. Neato. Neato! Toxic Blade? Yeah, but I don't think I have room for it.
As if they could get through this wall of muscle.
I want this. I got decent HP now. I could get Sprint, or I could get Blink. I think I want Blink. Then I don't have to jump in. I can save my jump for some counterplay potential. Onk would have been good. Now we leave. Actually, I want this wave. I want this wave.
Be right back.
Then I get a ward. We go for fire. Everything is handy and dandy.
Another artifact of the collection.
This jump is so much different than like every other jump of the game. Like when you jump out of the base, you know how you don't get your mana back? For whatever reason, you use mana on the initial cast of the jump for this. So you get your mana back when you jump out of the fountain. It's very interesting to note.
Thanks.
Oh!
You have slain an enemy.
And I'm out of there.
Finally, a challenge worthy of.
Yeah, I don't think we go in there, huh? Unless Baron uses his 3 and his 2 right now. If he uses his 2 over the wall or something. Nah, not a blink. Okay.
Ally has
Ooh.
been slain.
Yeah, I can't kill him.
I will send them properly.
Alright, the race to 17 has begun. Get my animosity online. I have 2,500 health, which isn't bad at all. I'm gonna gain some more from the base health. Don't really need a lot of health items to make this item worth. But I do have a health on a lot of my items. Only one of them doesn't have health on it, actually. I know 2 of them. Most of my items do have HP. Kinda wish I didn't go Urchin, but that's just what the quest said to get, so that's what I got. I do some decent damage. I have decent prots. If I hit 17, I'll be able to solo fire real easy. Like right now, if we go to it, it's kind of a toss-up. Just because it'll take so long. If I get this next wave, I can do it easy. Though I would like to get it right now. That would be ideal. Oh, he knows, though. That did not go very far.
You're insane.
Oh, we need to win this fight. Hey! See, now I don't win this fight though, because he's freaking Ymir and I don't have chin size or my animosity. So it kind of sucks. But it's okay. Hey, ugly. Like, he's going to kill me eventually. I don't think I can kill him. It's gonna take him a few years to kill me. But, yeah. We don't kill each other. I'm getting greedy. I'm gonna leave those. No reason to stick around. Especially when I could grab these instead. Get that off the map. Get out of here. He's got pretty high mana costs. You guys notice that? These mana costs are massive.
An ally has been slain.
I'm gonna grab this. I don't want a 500 pot.
All right, all right.
Oh.
Everybody gets one.
Okay, guys. Cool, cool. Well, I think we lose the tower off that. I don't know if I can win this fight. Because I don't have anti-heal and they have a lot of healing. One of the meds is down though. If I can kill Baron.
Your middle tower.
Oh. Oh yeah. I need to walk like to the side of him so he can't wall me off. I do have my jump though, so we're in good. Yeah, he can wall now. Oh wait, we don't have fire. This whole time I thought we had fire. Yeah, so it turns out we can 1v3. That's kind of cool. The triple nipple. We probably could end, but I want to get my build online, dude. I want to test some things. I'm level 20. Jesus Christ, my Opwatch level 13. Alright, let's see if we get chin size.
An excellent find.
This could be sick.
Man, top 10 anime.
Yo, the boys. Alright, Baron ult is down. That's actually me equals killed him now. That's like the only tool they have to stop me from killing them all. Well, I guess the Titan's also pretty good for that. Yeah, screw you. Throw his heal and I'm jumping on him. Yeah, I gotta go. That was fun though. Character's pretty nice. I want my beads up for the next engagement. Dodgy ult and whatnot. You might try and kill my guy. He's like, wait, I'm sorry. Alright, we'll end. Okay, we'll end. I do so much damage. Nice! I'd say that was successful. This guy mitigated over 2/3 of my chin size damage. Yeesh! I probably could have got some pen. Maybe serrated edge action or something. Yeah, that worked out. That definitely worked out. We go again. We go again. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, here we are at the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that nice little game of Gilgamesh we just had there. Nice little animosity build going. We'll just be discussing at the end here just some discoveries I found with the characters, some good builds to go, a lot of items to look at and consider. So let's get right into it. Starter items I found, of course, the animosity is really powerful on him. That's one possible one. And then I was also testing some war flag in Joust. I was doing like a double war flag thing. It's pretty good. You could go bluestone as well if you want some extreme aggression. You aren't worried too much about being a little bit tanky. You just want to just output massive damage all the time. Bluestone can be really effective. And then warrior, excuse me, warrior's axe is very nice as well. Can get that sunring axe online level 20 and really bust people up. And the warrior's axe, of course, isn't that bad either. You can also go a lot of these different starters. I don't really think any of them are really bad on him. Like, you could probably go any of them in Joust. Except, you know, you probably don't want to go a lot of them. Like, you're probably not going Gilded Arrow or Leather Cowl, but you could, and it would work. Sort of. And not as well as the other ones, though. Like, Eye of the Jungle was another interesting note that I tried one game of it on, and it was pretty good. Mannequin Scepter also seems like it could be decent, but I think these four are more often than not what you want. Just because late game in Joust, the animosity damage is so valuable. The upgraded war flag is really nice too. The Spartan flag, when you jump in, it's like you're not only giving your allies that extra life steal on your 3, but you're also giving them that flag drop down. And then of course the bluestone got buffed in this patch, so it's got 5 extra power on the beginning of the bluestone, and then the bluestone brooch got a 50 damage buff to its base damage that you get on your abilities when you hit people with it. So that's nice. And then core items, I'd say, well, you definitely want boots. Any of these boots will work, so, well, besides Talaria, you probably don't want that. So we're just going to load that up here. You can get any of these boots. They're all really good, all really good. And then for me, at least in the Joust game mode, you definitely want a chalice like every time. So these items, you're going to want to build one of these every time, and then that. These are very game dependent, I would say. Damage items, probably look towards, I was testing out some Erendite actually, was really good. Because right when you cast a roll, you get an Erendite proc, which is pretty sick. Lets you run towards your enemies real quick. God, can you stop making that noise? That's just going to happen. Man, we're going to have to deal with it. Stone cutting was pretty nice damage item, I thought, on him. Big fan, big fan. Let's just hack away with those autos. And then you could go serrated edge is another one to consider. Real nice to have that. These two are kind of like interchangeable. They do basically the same thing, I'm not going to lie. It's just like which one you want more. Like, this is really good for like melting bull demon or killing somebody with really low protections, but then this is really nice for shredding people that have a lot of prots built up. Like, let's say you're trying to kill a Ymir and you get chin size serrated edge. Like in that game that I just played, the chin size is doing good damage to the Ymir, but he mitigated like over a third of it, right? Or over 2/3 of it rather. So if I had like serrated edge there, I would have been chunking him really hard with that chins. He probably would have only mitigated maybe like half of my damage. Still a lot, but, you know, a lot less. Defensive items, I don't think you want to go too defensive. Like, you can build, like, hard D items. Like, I was building something like this. Sov Talisman. I was going, like, War Flag, Ninja Tabby, Sov Talisman, and you have, like, 0 power, basically, besides the Ninja Tabby and the War Flag, so you have, like, 30 power, right? But you're building, like, really hard defense items. But it tends to work out because his 1 actually, it does the extra damage it does when you auto people, it scales off of your maximum health. So building items that have a lot of health on it isn't too much of a detriment to your damage. But, of course, some other quote-unquote defensive items you can build are the classic shifters and Ankylae, which are technically defensive items, but they're very offensive because you get 70 power from this sucker, and you get 60 power from this sucker. So if you go like power boots, shifters, Ankylae, you're rocking what? 70 plus 60 gives you, well, that's 130. And then you get another 40. That's a lot of power, man. Just from these nice little cheap items. You can get a quick little 170 power there. Pretty average for your warrior building. You could go that and make his combo do like some real big burst. And then, so those are the items that you're gonna be looking at the most. These items here are more like later game items, though you could do like a ninja tabbing to stone cutting rush, and you could be pretty effective with that. But usually you want to be a little bit tankier on this guy because he doesn't have any CC immunity, and you gotta be really careful with that because you could get abused hard if you go too squishy. But some other items to consider, I would say, in Joust. The sledge is still a really good item that is underbuilt a lot. People need to build that more, but other items just seem so attractive these days. Pridwin's another nice one to have. You could go Gauntlet of Thieves on this god. You could go like the Guardian build, where you go like, let's say you're going the Animosity build, and you go Ninja Tabby, and you go Gauntlet of Thieves Pridwin. That's always a really solid build. You get a lot of different stats for a very low cost, very low amount of items you actually have to purchase, and then that gives you a lot of flexibility with the rest of your build, because you spent 3 item slots on your boots, your Pridwin, and your Thieves. So you got a bunch of protection from both of these. You got the attack speed that you want. Got a little bit of mana from that, and then you got the cooldown from Pridwin, as well as the shield, which is actually the best part of the item. But yeah, you could kind of mix and match a lot of these items into different builds. And then I'm gonna put just this on here, because pretty much all of these items on this tree, this blade tree right here, are really good on him, I found. Like Wing Blade, I built in that game you just watched from the Ymir. It was really effective against their team. They had a lot of slows. And then Relic Dagger, probably a little less often you're going to build that. But if you're going for like a support build, then you could go Relic Dagger with like Sunder and a Blink, or like a Sunder and a Frenzy or something. Sunder and a Cursed Ankh. And it would make you really effective all the time with your relics always being up. You could go Witchblade. I was doing a lot of Witchblade like right after Ninja Tabby rushes. Witchblade is really nice to get on like instantly, because like people, they're attacking decently slow already probably early on, and if you lower that even more, it really pisses them off. And then even for people that are attacking like decently fast, you can slow them down back to, you know, human speed and make them more manageable to deal with that Witchblade, because you're really trying to tango with this god, and you're going to be applying this aura like all the time. And then Toxic Blade is nice when they have a lot of healing. You can get that on later in the build. Gets you a lot of attack speed, which is really nice for his one late game. And then the stats on that are also really nice. Just a little extra beefiness from the health. Some pen deals some more damage. And the movement speed is very nice for him, because you do want to be autoing those people down later on. Your little bursts aren't going to be enough. So that movement speed is going to help you catch up to people. And then I think I got most of the items you're probably going to build on him. You could go like more Mimi on him and like go full auto attack. You could even go crit. Like this god's really flexible with like can build. I've seen people talk about Frostbound Runeforged. Haven't tried it out for myself. I've tried the Frostbound, but not the Runeforged. I think that might be a little bit overboard with your gold expenditure. Berserker certainly is decent on him as well. You can get that on later. But yeah, it's all how you're feeling in the game. I think the safest build you can go, if you want to go like a nice starter build for your first few games, are probably the Benevolence, Ninja Tabby, Sov, Talisman. That build is just solid all around. Or if you want to do the more damagey route, you could do Benevolence, War Flag, or Bluestone, or you could go any of them. You could go like Warrior or Ninja Tabby, and then go Shifters on Keeley, and you'd be slapping people. But yeah, that's about it for the builds. We could talk little brief moment about the gameplay. I'll hop in a quick little jungle practice here. Get there, get there. What skin do we play, though? I think we go legendary. Legendary skin.
Gilgamesh.
Legendary skin sounds like it would be sick on this guy. Look at, oh, look at that. That's nice. God, that sound is so loud. Well, yeah, we'll go over quickly what his abilities do and like nice ways to chain them and stuff. Grab like a full movement speed build so I can run around and show you guys things to do. Movement speed. Let's see the best movement. Want this? No speed pot. Then we get that. And we get I don't even know what gives the most movement speed these days. That's pretty good. 10%, 7%. Everything else is 7, I think. All right. So obviously you're not building this, but you know, demonstration purposes, right? So, oh, I got my quest. So the passive first is the quest thing that I just did. It's pretty nice. Basically, at level 5 and 10, you have to complete these quests. Well, you don't have to, but you want to complete these quests. And they give you nice little rewards. How the first one works is, let me get back to level 1 real fast here. Is when you hit level 5, the quests are at level 5 and 10. When you hit level 5, a random location decently far away from you will spawn on the map. In jungle practice, oh, I just claimed it, so I guess it's not going to appear again. But in jungle practice, I guess it always appears in the center here. But usually it'll appear somewhere on the enemy side of the map. And it is loosely based on your location when you hit level 5. So like, if you hit level 5 under the enemy Phoenix, it might spawn in their base. But if you hit level 5 in a normal spot, like at your blue buff, it might spawn at, their blue buff. Somewhere near you, but not too near you, Somewhere you have to trek for it. And then, so you just have to walk to that location, like that beacon you just saw. You pick it up, and it gives you a random tier 1 item. And it can give you, like, these tier 1 items, they cost different prices, right? It can give you some really garbage stuff, give you some real good stuff. Like, you might get a tier 1 crit item. Like, I'm pretty sure I got a tier 1 crit item in that Joust game, right? That's pretty awful. You could also get this thing, which costs 500 gold. You don't want that, because that's the lowest costing tier 1 you can get in the game. But I haven't seen this. I don't think you can get this. And if you can, then that would be sick. Because if you get this, not only can you build in these, but if you don't want to build into these, you can sell it and you can get a lot more money. So, like, if it gives you an item that you don't want, just sell it. It's not that bad. If you do have all your item slots full, it'll give you 500 gold instead of giving you a random T1. But yeah, once you hit level 10, you get your second quest. Alright, cool, let's go level 20. And you'll see it says 0 out of 2. You have to win a team fight to get this quest. And you have to kill over half the enemies. So I guess it's not a win, you just have to kill half the enemies of the enemy team. 0 out of 2, I guess it's basing it off the Joust one. In Joust, you have to kill 2 people out of 3, because, that's 1 over half. Versus if you just killed 1, that's only a third of their team. And then, of course, you get the same reward for completing the quest. Gives you a random T1, but if all your slots are filled, it'll give you 500 gold instead. And then, you do the same, go through the same logic with what to do with that as you went through with the first one. Then, as for his abilities, his one pretty cool ability. Ignites a sword, Ferocity of the Sun for 4 seconds. Enemies around the ignition take damage and are slowed for 2.5 seconds. Basic attacks deal bonus damage equal to 3.5% of its maximum health the enemies hit. Blah, 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 blah. So, let me put these on normal cast for you guys real fast. Get a nice little look at it. Nice little area. Click it, and it pops on him and it slows him. And then you'll see this duration. As long as I keep hitting it, the duration will keep going up. But it does cap. It says up to a maximum of 7 seconds. Every auto attack increases the duration to 0.8 or by 0.8 seconds. So eventually I just run out of it, right? But you can almost certainly have like infinite uptime on this with a little bit of cooldown. Heck, you don't even need a little bit of cooldown. You can just have infinite uptime. You can just cast it again right before it's about to run out. Pretty neato. And that, you see the extra numbers here, the 88s? that scales off of his maximum health. So that's what I was talking about earlier with the builds, where if you build a lot of HP, you can deal a lot more damage with this, even though, like, if you're building a lot of HP, you might not be getting a lot of power from your items, because hybrid items typically tend to have decent power, some protection, but usually lacking in the HP, like the shifters and the Ankylo. Yeah, on to the second ability, his probably coolest ability, the drop kick. It is very self-explanatory. You drop kick them. Just give him a hefty kick. And you can knock minions into people. It's kind of like a Kumba one / on her impale type of thing. You can knock minions into people. You can knock people into people. You can knock people into minions. You can throw buffs at people. It's really cool. Really cool ability. I like it a lot. And it's not like a lock ability. You know how like Fafnir Hammer, where the second you click it and then cast it, it just locked in that position? This thing you can kind of maneuver it as it goes. Like, okay, I missed, but you get the point. Like, I can be aiming over here and be like, okay, I need to try again. One more time. Third time's the charm. Look at that. Perfect, perfect. You can kind of move it around before you fire it, like while he's loading up. So like, let's say I'm aiming at him this way, but I want to fire him at the wall. So I go, whoop, move him around real quick. So that's really nice. This ability is very fluid. You like it a lot. 3, very simple. It's a jump. Jumps, does damage. But the nice thing is it gives this little beacon that you just saw, and it gives you extra movement speed while moving towards the beacon, not only for you, but for allies. When they do reach the beacon, they move a little bit slower, but they do still have some increased movement speed. And they do get some lifesteal, which is really nice. And I didn't even know that the lifesteal boosts by 15% of his highest protection, which is pretty sick. That seems kind of random, but I'll take it, I guess. So you can get a decent amount of lifesteal from this thing while you're fighting inside this aura. An interesting thing to note, though, is that the or the jump, it only goes 50 units. Most jumps in the game will go 55 units. So like over some of those thick walls that you're going over, normally like you might not be able to make it over. Like specifically on the siege map, there's one wall that's really thick that you can only get over with a 55+ unit jump, and I was trying to jump over with this thing and I couldn't get over there. But you know, the jump's got a pretty big radius, so if you're chasing someone down, it's pretty easy to hit somebody with this massive circle, which is really cool. And then, so the last ability we need to go over, which is semi-complex, is this ultimate ability. Very cool targeter, very cool ability. It's got 2 different components to it. It's got an inner circle and an outer circle, kind of like a Eye of the Storm type of deal. So, you see this inner circle here, and there's an outer circle there. And then it finishes when the outer circle, or the inner circle gets the outer circle. So how that's working is on the inner circle, it's an Eye of the Storm type of thing. If you're in here, you're not getting sucked. It's kind of like a whirlpool effect, almost. It's just on the outer circle, there's just there's a slow, a heavy slow. 50% is what it starts at. So there's some initial damage, and then that inner circle starts. Anyone in here is going to take quick, rapid, little bits of damage. And then people on the outer circle are going to be heavily slowed, so, you know, they're trying to get out. They're moving through some sludge, basically. People on the inner circle are going to be moving normally, but, you know, they're going to be trapped in your ult. So how this extra implications work is, if you hit somebody, if you deal damage to them while they're on the outer portion of the circle trying to get out, then they'll actually get knocked back into the center of it. And I'm actually curious if Sundered works for that. See how he's on the outer circle. Nope, doesn't work. Okay. We try again. So he's on the outer circle of my ult. If I hit him, he'll bounce back in. Watch this. See? But if I'm on the inner circle and I hit him, he's not bouncing in. See that? So that's pretty neat. And then at the end of it, if they're still within the ring, they take another burst of damage. So there are a bunch of different components of this ult that make it really nice. A really cool tool to use on enemies. So you just cast that sucker, you knock him back in, but he's not getting knocked back in, but then it ends. And if they're still in there when it ends, they get some more damage. The binding damage at the bottom there, you'll see it's the biggest burst you get from this ability, if you can get it out. And then it will cripple, root, and damage them. Pretty nice. So it's a 6-second channel ability, and it does a lot of damage. So this is always worth upgrading, pretty much. Like, when you hit level 9 type of thing, you are getting another point in this. You're not going to level the 1 and the 2 first. But yeah, typical leveling order, you go 2, 1, point in the ult when you can, and then 3. Pretty simple. Pretty simple, because the drop kick, get a lot of extra damage from that sucker. Really worth leveling. You could focus the 1. It does lower in 1 second by 1 second in cooldown every time, but I don't think it's worth it, because you can keep it up for a pretty long time as long as you're hitting people. And if you're not able to get that those hits up to get the increased duration, like, cooldown probably doesn't matter anyway, right? Because you're not hitting them with it. And then it's only a 2.5% increase in the slow. The slow is already pretty minimal at base anyway. And then the damage increase is only 35. The damage, of course, is just the little AoE that you do right here. So the 2 is pretty much always what you want to level first, I would say. Because that kick damage goes up, bonus damage goes up, burst damage goes up. Kick damage is just impacting them with the legs. And the bonus damage is, I believe, hitting them through like a minion or something. And the burst damage is if you hit them against a wall or, you know, another target. I believe. Let me look at that again. Drop kicks in an area in front of him. Blah, 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 blah. Launched enemy takes bonus damage when hitting a minion. Or takes burst damage and is stunned if hitting a god. Oh, okay. So if you hit a minion, they take the bonus damage. But if you hit a god or a wall, they take the burst damage. But you can, like, hit them into a minion and then a god. So you get all parts of this damage. So yeah, you can get a lot of extra damage potential by leveling this sucker up. You can get a maximum of 30 plus 15, 45 plus 50. Extra 95 damage if you hit them through all this stuff. Like, you hit an enemy god through a minion plus a wall or another god. And then you get a 1.5 second stun at max rank, which is real sick. You can combo somebody really hard with this god. You hit him with a quick, like, jump in or something. Auto attack. And then you kick him. Auto attack. One him. Oh, I need to play on instant. I literally can't do this. But yeah, that's a good typical combo. You have either blink or you jump in first. Let me get blink, show you the blink combo. You blinking on this guy. Kick him into the wall. And you start beating him up. Or let's say you cast the ult. And then you can also kick him off like that. Knock him back into that. A lot of different cool tools you can use. Typically you don't actually want to drop kick them though when you're ulting them, because it actually makes it harder for you to hit them. And you know, if you're in range for the drop kick, you might as well just walk up to them on. Right? Like, why not just do this? Like, versus doing that where they get displaced really awkwardly. So typically, although it looks super cool to like bounce them off your ult, it's not really worth doing most of the time. But yeah, I think that's most of the stuff you want to know about this god. Really sick god, really good combos. His auto cancels are really nice. You like kick somebody, and then you just do all that. Auto kick, auto one, auto is a nice combo. But yeah, you have to be kind of thoughtful about how you use this ult, because although it does cripple, root, and do extra damage at the end of this, it doesn't do any of that until the end. So you use this on a Daji that has immunity to your knockback from knocking them on the outside back into the inside. She uses her 2 when you ult her. She's just instantly out. She's slow immune. She just gets straight out of there. She just walks right out. You play against an Awilix. She gets on the Suku. She jumps out of your ult. Like, anyone with a jump, dash, slow immunity, it's going to be really tough to keep them inside your ult. They use a beads. They could even use an Aegis, because you need to damage them to knock them back inside the ring. So if they're immune to damage from the Aegis, you're not going to knock them back. But yeah, you got to be pretty creative with this god. It's pretty fun. But super fun dude. You guys should definitely check him out. Hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the gameplay, got a few tips from this portion. If you stuck around for the whole time, That's pretty sick, because I was going on and on about builds and gameplay and stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a thing or two. And yeah, if you did enjoy, make it all the way here. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you hanging out. Don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And then if you want to watch me play this character and lots of other characters, highly recommend checking me out on my Twitch channel, where I live stream every day but Friday at twitch.tv/Cosmosaur. Link will be in the description. But yeah, thank you guys very much. Hope to see you next time. And as always, later.